Abubakar, as Atiku appoints Governor Soludo as his presidential running mate, says he speaks the mind of the Biafrans and the Igbos. I said this thing yesterday. Is it yesterday or last week? I think last week, that Soludo is acting more than the action Soludo is taking is more than the action of a governor. The step Soludo is taking is more than the step of a governor, and which is true. And what's his name? Peter Obi also congratulated him ahead, saying, I look up to vote for you when you are coming in as a president. Now it's already happening. People's wishes for him are now coming to pass. Atiku has looked round and he found no Igbo man to use as a running mate, only for him to go for a governor, someone who is already a governor of Anambra State, indirectly asking him to step down so that he can come in as his running mate for presidency. Let's check the content. This is morning news. The Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike and his Anambra counterpart Charles Soludo have entered the frame as the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Atiku Abubakar continues a search for a running mate. Mr. Abubakar won the PDP presidential primary at the National Convention of the party held on Saturday in Abuja. Mr. Wike came second in the contest that involved 10 other candidates after Sokoto Governor Aminu Tambuwal stepped down for Mr. Atiku just before the delegates began voting. The Rivers State Governor was bittered over the manner of his loss, especially with the organizers of the convention for allowing Mr. Tambuwal to announce his withdrawal after earlier taking his turn at the podium to canvass for votes from the delegates. He stormed out of the convention after realizing from the sorting of votes that he had lost and refused to congratulate the winner until after Atiku visited him at his Abuja residence on Monday. Mr. Wike returned the gesture on Wednesday by visiting Atiku at home in Abuja, just as the candidate intensified the search for his running mate for the 2023 election. Premium Time learned on Thursday that Mr. Wike is one of the 4 prospects to which Atiku has recently turned his searchlight. According to our sources, some party leaders and associates of Atiku believe that having Mr. Wike on the ticket will facilitate total reconciliation in the party and help the PDP to go into the election as a united party. Atiku is obliged to pick Governor Charles Soludo as a running mate, indirectly asking him to drop his position as the governor of Anambra State to support him, saying he speaks the voice and the mind of the Igbos. Those pushing for his selection are referencing the structure he has built across the country as put to use at the primary, and also his deep pockets, which they said would be a big asset for mounting a strong campaign for the election. But some party leaders have continued to dissuade Atiku against picking Mr. Wike, saying he lacks the temperament, maturity, and comportment for a vice presidential office. However, some other party leaders have been rooting for Mr. Soludo, who only this year assumed office as Anambra State Governor. Although Mr. Soludo was a member of the PDP for several years and served as economic advisor to former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who later appointed him as the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria. He was elected last year to his current job on the ticket of the All Progressive Grand Alliance (APGA). But those pushing for his nomination are arguing that as an economist, he will be most suitable for the role of chairman of the National Economic Council, a position assigned to the vice president by the Constitution. They also argue that his professional knowledge and experience will be useful to the president and the country in rebuilding the economy, which they said will be one of the greatest tasks awaiting the next president. They also believe that his nomination will appease the Southeast and stem the growing animosity towards the PDP in the region for ignoring the agitation for Igbo presidency. That's a point. That's a very good point. Yes. You see, Soludo is a material, a very good material. You understand? That is if we on our own side can give it a very gentle look. Is a very good material of a truth. You understand? But then asking him to step down his position and ascend the office of a vice president is something I think Charles Soludo would not even want to do, and it's something I think the people of Anambra will not even want Soludo to do. Soludo is 100% suitable for the seat of a vice president, especially that very position of being able to control that that chairmanship of the National Economic Council. As an economist, he will be able to manage that department very well. He will be able to look into the area of the Nigerian economy that is experiencing a complete downward slope of demand curve, where the economy is lacking and weak. So he will be able to tackle it, provide a lasting solution that can help that very the downward slope of the demand curve to slope back to a favorable point where the economy will begin to boom and start to provide good job, good resources, enough income in the Nigerian reserve and what have you. You understand? So he is the right person. He understood it very well. And I tell you, Atiku will be well relaxed because Soludo is a jack of all trades. He's a jack of all trades. He will do it right. He will make it right. You see, Nigeria needs someone like Soludo in the seat of a president. How I wish Soludo is the president of Nigeria. I'm not trying to be sentimental here. Look at what he's doing as a governor. See what he's doing as a governor. You look at it yourself. And let's digress. You understand? And that's justice. So, my people, I want us to be helpful. I want us to be reasonable and understanding on this. Do you understand? So, I don't really know. I don't know what you think. I don't know what your opinions on this may be. Don't forget, your comments are very, very important. Don't forget to leave them below the comment section. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get